So thank you very much for attending. Now we are going to start the classes now. We will continue in this chapter 10, Opulence of Absolute, very, very important chapter. Krishna himself said that this is the most important chapter as far as I have already described you. So before we start, we will go for the Mangalacharana prayer. So I share the screen. Thank you very much for attending. Now we are going to start the classes now. We will continue in this chapter 10. So you can see here the Mangalacharana prayer. So we can start now. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chakkuru Nimaletan Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Judapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Sri Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanak Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Sri Lalitam Sri Visakhambitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataruvasya Kripa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Bho Namo Nama Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyabadi Pasata Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much. Very, very important subject matters. Chapter 10 we're continuing. We will complete today. So I have sent you the notes summary. So it has the already I have spoken this one in the beginning. Krishna say that Arjuna, I have already told you many confidential things, but I shall speak to you further, giving the knowledge that is better than what I have already explained. So Krishna now speaking about his absolute position, his opulences. So in these verses, particularly Krishna is establishing the Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita. Chaturshloki means 4 important or principal verses has been explained in this chapter. And these 4 verses is very, very important. It summarizes the entire Bhagavad Gita. Entire Bhagavad Gita is contained in these 4 verses. So we will little bit of go through these 4 verses before we continue the rest of this chapter, rest of the verses. And these 4 verses is very important in that sense that it is a reciprocal dynamism of Bhakti Yoga. What is actually Bhakti Yoga? So this is very, very important. Prabhupada has given very important these 4 verses, every scripture also. So let me little bit of reiterate about the 4 verses. It started with 10:8. 10:8, Krishna is starting with this verse. Aham sarvasya prabha mataha sarvam pravartate itimatva bhajante mamu buddha bhava samanvita. This is the past verse. So the most important thing is that this human form of life is very, very prerogative, very, very, privileged, because to understand the very, very important purpose of Bhagavad Gita or purpose of Veda. First one is Sambandha Jnana. Every scripture, whole entire Veda, Vedic knowledge based on the 3 purposes or 3 states. That is called Sambandha Jnana. Sambandha means what is my relationship with God. And then Abhidaya. Abhidaya means what is my action related to that relationship or according to that relationship. That is called Abhidaya. And third one is Prayojana, means what is the ultimate goal of life? To go back to Krishna. That is 3 things. So all 3 things has been explained in these beautiful verses, in these 4 verses. With the disturbances, we can pause actually. Yeah, so this all these things has been explained in this verses. Next verse, yes. There is disturbances. Let me pause this one. Okay. Mute all. Okay. So this 4 verses very easy to understand the Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita. The first things Krishna said is what is his supreme position. His supreme position is that he is the supreme reality. Aham sarvasya prabhava mataha sarvam prabhavate. Nobody is the origin of everything. Krishna says, I am the source of all spiritual and material world. There is no question of polytheism. Sometimes people ask, why you are Krishna consciousness? Why you are after Krishna? Is it sentimental provocation? No, it is not sentimental provocation. It is based on the Shastra. The Shastra says Krishna is the source of all spiritual material world. There is no question of many gods. One God. He expands. Just like a prime minister. He has expanded with so many his government with cabinet minister, departmental head. Similarly, Krishna is saying, I am the source. Om sarvasya prabhaha mataha sarvam prabhavate. Everything emanates from him. And Srila Prabhupada, in the purport, he has given a galaxies of verses to explain that. How from the Narayana, everything has been emanated. You can go to see the Prabhupada purport. You can see that Prabhupada has explained very nicely, so many quoted, so many verses, galaxies of verses from Vedas to explain this. So here Krishna says that Narayana, Upanishad means, Upanishads are headline of Vedas. Narayana Brahma Jayate, Narayana Prajapati Prajayate, Narayana Indra Jayate, Narayana Asto Basava Jayante, Narayana Ekadasa Rudra Jayante, Narayana Dvadasa Aditya. From Narayana, Brahma is born. From Narayana, Patriyas are born. From Narayana, Indra is born. From Narayana, 8 Vasus are born. From Narayana, the 11 Rudras are born. From Narayana, 12 Aditya are born. This Narayana is the expansion of Krishna. That means what is the position of Krishna? Narayana is expansion. Etachamsa Kalapumsa Krishna to Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna is Punna Bhagavan. So Krishna himself is establishing here the supremacy of his things. There is no question of polytheism. Sometimes they claim that so many gods. Krishna rejected the so many gods, polytheism. Mataha sarvam prabhatate. Everything emanates. Supposing example, milk. Where the milk is coming? Milk is coming from the cow. How it is coming? Cow takes the grass, eats the grass. The grass is coming from the rain. Every vegetation is because due to the rainfall. Rain is coming from the cloud. Cloud is coming from the sun because sun evaporates the water from the sea and is a form of cloud. So sun is nothing but Krishna's part and parcel. Yes, Chakur, Krishna's eye. Brahma Samhita says that, yes, Chakur esa savita sakala grahana. Radha samasta murti. Radha samasta suramurti. Jasanga brahmati kala chakra. Govinda madi purusam tamaham bhajan. So this Savita means this sun is moving according to the direction of the Lord. So that means Krishna is the cause or root cause of everything. Therefore he says, Ham sarvasya prabhaha mataha sarvam prabhatate. Everything you take, this computer, this microphone, everything is coming from this material energy. And material energy, Krishna says, Maya Dakkhana Prakriti Swati Saracharam. This is my energy. My energy. There are beautiful verses is there to establish this two verses establishing that the supreme reality, the Krishna is the supreme reality. The beautiful verses in the purport of Bhagavad Gita has given that it is stated first of all, Tam Ishwaramam Paramam Maheshwaram. Tam devatanam paramam daivatam patim patinam paramam parastat vidhama devam huvenesamidyam natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate natas samascha adhikasya drishyate parasya shakti vivideva shrute swaviti jana bhavate. What these two verses say, that Supreme Lord is the controller of all other controllers. Just like we have so many departments in government. So Krishna government is department, water department in Indra. The Brahma is creation, Lord Shiva is destruction, Lakshmi Devi is finance, Home Minister is Radharani, Education Minister is Saraswati. In this way, so many ministry, departmental head. Everything is expansion of Krishna. Everything is Vivideva Sruti, so many energy Krishnas. Antaranga Shakti, but we are also expansion of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna. But we are not controller. He is the supreme controller. Again, in these verses, so-called monism. Monism means they say that we and God are same. Aham Brahmasmi. This Mayavadi say that Aham Brahmasmi. I am also Brahman, Krishna is also God, is also Brahman. I have forgotten that I am God. That is here rejected, refuted. I am not the supreme controller. I am not everywhere. I am not the source of everything. But God is the source of everything. So there is no question of monism. There is no question of polytheism. Also, there is no question of detheism. Detheism means he created, but he is not controller. We are ourselves. We are independent. No, he is the controller. It's not like a watch. Watch is created by someone, but used by us. That is fine. But for Krishna, he also controls everything. He is the source of everything, controls, maintains everything. Everything is maintained. Just like a rich person, he controls everything, directly or indirectly. Very, very important Vedanta Sutra start with that Krishna is the creator, maintainer, destroyer. So Krishna is establishing the first two lines of the Chaturshloki that his supreme position is that he is the supreme reality. He himself declared in Bhagavad Gita that nobody is greater than him. Even so many verses is there where Lord Shiva himself telling, Mataha parataram nanyan kinchid dasti dhananjaya, Mai sarvam idam pratam sutre maniganayana. So Krishna himself says, declares, O conqueror of wealth Arjuna, there is no truth superior to me. Everything rests upon me, as poles are strong on a thread. So here, Lord Krishna is establishing his superiority and declaring universally. And nobody is there to contest him. Somebody, the Saivite say, no, Lord Shiva is great. Lord Shiva. Let's see what Lord Shiva is actually saying about, whether he is great or not. That has to be confirmed from the authority. Lord Shiva saying here, beautiful verses, Rudra Gita. Lord Shiva continued, any person who is surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the controller of everything, material nature as well as living entity, actually very beautiful. That is the course, that is Lord Shiva's statement. He himself say also, Aradhanam Sarvesam, Vishnu Aradhanam Param. Out of all worship, Vishnu Aradhanam is worship. So this is the verdict. Brahma also given the verdict that Ishwara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Nadiri Adri Govindaya Sarvakaranta. Indra also given verdict, and you are the Satyam, Vratam, Satyam, Param, you are the truth, you are the supreme truth. Indra, Varuna, all the demigods, Lakshmi Devi, everybody has given the verdict that you are the supreme. And Arjuna himself also say that Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhava. Bhagavad Gita, after hearing the Chaturshloki, Bhagavad Gita, so Arjuna here declaring that Krishna, Arjuna Vacha, Param Brahma, Paramadhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusham Saswastam Divyam, Adi Devam. You are Adi Devam, original God. Aham Adhiri Devanam. I am Adi Devanam. Krishna is original God. Everything created from him. Not only that, Arjuna, somebody may question that, Arjuna, because you are friend of Krishna, you are devotee of Krishna, so you are just, flattering Krishna. No. In order to reject that one, Arjuna is referring that Ayustam Rishe Sarve Devarsinarada Tatha Sita Devala Vyasa Soyam Chaiva Pravisame. Hey Krishna, not that I only say, but all these rishis like Narada, Sita, Devala, Vyasa, they are great personality, great rishi. They also say, you also now telling me. You also telling me, my Lord, that you yourself declaring to me that you are the Supreme Lord. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, ultimate abode, the purest absolute. So there is no question on this, the supreme position. Why Krishna is explaining I will tell you with a last sloko that is called Chaturshloki of Bhagavatam. In Chaturshloki Bhagavatam also there are 4 seed verses of Bhagavatam, where Krishna is explaining to Brahma, it is I, the personality of Godhead, was existing before creation when there was nothing but myself. Nor was there material nature, cause of their creation. That which you see now is also I. personality of Godhead. After annihilation, what remains will also be I, the personality of God. So there was nothing before, anything. No Shiva, Lord, Narayana, nobody is there, only Krishna. He expanded with personal expansion, Balarama, Narayana, all the things. Garbhodakya Vishnu, Kshirodakya Vishnu, this material nature, the living entity, all the things. He created, he expanded himself. There was nothing. So therefore, Krishna's supreme position, supreme reality should be understood properly. Otherwise, we will mislead it. Krishna says that why it is important to know this Krishna, the supreme reality in truth. Sometimes people argue that why you say Krishna. This is the study, Vedic scripture. You may say something, I may something, but we should follow the scripture. If you do not follow the scripture to substantiate the fact, some substantiate our statement has no authority. You may say Lord Shiva is great, Durga Devi is great, Ganesh is great, but no, Shastra say, Durga Devi also saying, Sisti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Re Kachaya Bhajesha Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga. Durga Devi is just an energy, shadow of the Krishna. So, Shastra Pramana is very important to corroborate the fact. So, Shastra say Krishna is the highest, Krishna himself is highest. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that Shastra Pramana is very, very important. Since 16th chapter, Krishna says that the very important is the ye Shastra Viddhim Ussajya Vartate Kam Karatah Nasa Siddhim Avapnoti Na Sukham Na Paramadati. He who discards scriptural injunction and acts according to his own whim attains neither perfection nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. That is important. Otherwise, what is our basis? Our basis is Shastra. Shastra is the authority. This is just like a government law. The constitution is the basis of our citizens should conduct. Then otherwise, what is the authority of this government? Everybody act independently. Everybody says something. No, constitution there, Prime Minister is Mr. Narendra Modi. We cannot say, no, I don't care. Mr. XYZ is the Prime Minister. No, we should follow the constitutional rule. Therefore, we should follow the Krishna. Otherwise, we will be misled. So this is the first two line is supreme reality. Then next two line, Krishna says, Iti matva bhajante mama buddha bhava samanvita. Those who are wise person, they like to hear about Krishna Katha. They want to understand. By understanding this truth, they are devoted to Krishna. They surrender to Krishna. Just like if I know Mr. Modi or Mr. Modi is the Prime Minister of India, definitely I will surrender because he is the head of the government. Or somebody is the king, a citizen will surrender. Just like a child, it's a lost child of a billionaire. When he knows that my father is a billionaire, what he will do? He will just keep silence. Okay, never mind. My father is father, but I am no. He will try to reconnect him. He will try to reconnect him at any cost. Therefore, Krishna says, Itimotva bhajante mam. The wise who perfectly know this, I am the supreme reality, engage in my devotional service, worship with all their hearts. Just like lost children. He wanted to connect his billionaire father at any cost. All effort he will employ to reconnect with father. Similarly, when you perfectly know the supreme reality is Krishna and I am the part and parcel, subservient, eternal subservient part and parcel of the Lord, then I will definitely, I must surrender to him with wholeheartedly. That is what Krishna is saying. It has got sambandha jnana. I know my relationship with Lord. He is the supreme. I am just part and parcel. He is infinite. I am infinite Sima. Then after knowing that perfectly, I will surrender. Oh, definitely, it's natural to surrender. Natural. Just like Arjuna. Arjuna was declining to fight in the beginning in the Bhagavad Gita chapter 1. He told, Na tosya iti Govinda, na josya iti Govinda. I shall not fight Govinda at the prospect of fratricidal war. Because it's a family work, I do not want. He lost the will. But after hearing Bhagavad Gita, after understanding the supreme reality, Krishna is the supreme reality, and this is the divine plan. Krishna himself said, Arjuna, what are you thinking? You become an instrument. Nimitta matra bhava sabyasachi, 11:33 Bhagavad Gita. You just an instrument. It is my plan, divine plan. This is my plan that I wanted to get rid of all this redundance. This is my plan. This Kurukshetra war is my plan. You just an instrument, Arjuna. Don't think that you are the doer. You are the main thing, predominator or protagonist. No, you just an instrument. So understanding, Arjuna understood that Krishna is the supreme reality and this war is the divine plan. Then what he did after hearing Bhagavad Gita, Karishe Vachana Tava. Same Arjuna who was set aside his bow and arrow Gandiva, same Arjuna now pick up the arrow and he told, Nasto Moho Smutil Labda Tat Prasadena Maya Chitta. Oh Krishna, now my illusion is gone. My ignorance is gone by your mercy. Now I am ready to fight as you wish. So that is the transformation. Gita is not informational. Gita is transformational. Try to understand. This courses is not just for information. This is transformational. To understand the supreme reality, Krishna, with the scriptural study, then we will be more, our appreciation will be enhanced, augmented. That will lead to surrender. Whole idea of that Krishna is explaining in this 10th chapter or entire Bhagavad Gita. To understand us, aware of his position and our position and our duty towards him and the goal of life. That is entire Bhagavad Gita. Entire Bhagavad Gita has three things. To understand our position, understand Krishna's position. By understanding this position, we should act accordingly and try to reach the goal of the life, to go back to home, back to Godhead. That is called entire Bhagavad Gita. See how Prabhupada is explaining is, this is Bhagavad Gita, they say very complex, very simple things. To try to understand it, essence of Bhagavad Gita. That is the essence of it. This verse is first 10:8 is the essence of Bhagavad Gita actually. This all four verses. Then when you understand the position, our position and Krishna's position, and when you surrender, what is the symptoms of surrendering? Simply I say that, oh my dear Krishna, now I understand you are the supreme reality. Now I am okay. Supreme reality, thank you very much. Bye. No, Arjuna did not do that. After hearing Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna did not say that, pack up Krishna, now let's go back. No, he told, I will fight. Never mind whether it is a family war, I have to fight against my guru, my grandfather. I don't care, I have to fight because it's your divine plan, you are the God. So the symptoms of a devotee is not just a lip service, just an outer service. Oh, I am putting tilak, dhoti, very nice kurta, bordered dhoti, nice cotton sari. That does not qualify one as a Krishna consciousness. That does not necessarily qualify as a devotee. Prabhupada says that first thing is that you have to know the knowledge and surrendering process. Two things. So the symptoms of devotee here, the second verse is Madachita Madagata Prana. First thing is Madachita. Madachita means, Prabhupada explained, the thought. I am thinking of Krishna. Internally, I am always thinking of Krishna. Thought is mind. My mind always thinking of Krishna. Madagata Prana. My life is dedicated. My life is dedicated with the service of Krishna. So devotional service is very important. Simply knowing Krishna is God, I am the servant, is not enough. Simply knowing that he is my husband or he is my wife, not enough. I should act according to that relationship. I should perform my duty according to that relationship. Therefore, symptoms of devotee is that Madachita Madagata Prana, their life, their mind, their life, and word also dedicated to Krishna. Madachita Madagata Prana Bodhayanti Parasparam Kathanta Chamam Nityam Tushanti Ranamanticha. That is the symptoms of a devotee. That he is always dedicated in the service of Krishna. Simply not lip service. It has to be both head and heart. Head means intellectually he knows Krishna. Heart means bhava, sentiment, emotion. There is synergy between head and heart. Buddha bhava samanvita. Krishna say Buddha means intelligent. Bhava means sentiment or emotion. We must have both together. Buddha Bhava. Simply Buddha, intelligent but no Bhava, is just a mental speculation. Prabhupada says that religion, philosophy without religion is mental speculation, sometimes fanaticism. So many fanatics there. And religion but without philosophy, that is sentimentalism. That is, both are not good. So we must have Buddha Bhava, both intelligent plus Bhava, emotions. Two things has to be there. Therefore, the symptoms of devotees are, they simply do not understand, is not enough to understand the supreme position of the supreme reality Krishna, but also they madachita madagata prana bodhayanti parasparam. They are always discuss about Krishna Katha and they derive pleasure of Krishna Katha. That is symptom. If we have no pleasure for hearing Krishna Katha or talking about Krishna, then we have something wrong, diseased position, diseased conditions we have. Just like a diseased person have no taste for nice food. Similarly, a diseased position of spiritually, although he may be initiated, Prabhupada says he may be initiated, but he is not in enough discussing about Krishna Katha, he is finished. He will be dry up soon. He will dry up soon. He will not advance. Because the symptoms is that always, if you love somebody, you always give the best of the service to him, including talking about him also, or her. You always feel like I want to talk about her, how he looks, how she does, how everything, how she wears, everything about his beloved. Similarly, you have developed that sentiment, Buddha Bhava, then we have to talk about him, to glorify him. Therefore, the hearing and chanting is a very important process in bhakti, fundamental practices of bhakti. So in second verses, the symptoms of devotee has been explained. And third verses of Chatusloki, Krishna say, first two verses about the devotee, what devotee can do for Krishna. Third and fourth about that what Krishna does for the devoted, those who are devoted to him. Krishna says, Tesam satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam jena mamapyandi. So to those who are constantly devoted to me, I give the way, the intelligence, buddhi, understanding by which they can come to me. So whole idea as Krishna is that he gives the proper way, proper understanding to bring him back to Krishna. That is whole idea. Whole idea of Krishna's plans, that who are devoted to him very sincerely. Priti Purvakam means with love, with sincerity there. That much needed. He may not have good knowledge of Shastra, never mind. He may not know Krishna fully. It's very difficult to know also Krishna. But Krishna will give intelligence so that he will come to me. And all this knowing process is not you yourself know by hearing Bhagavad, by studying Bhagavad Gita yourself. No, you need to come from the disciplic succession. The words, we are explaining all the purport of Srila Prabhupada. It has to come from a spiritual master. The knowledge should come from the Krishna himself through the via medium of Sampradaya, chain of disciplic succession. The spiritual master. We cannot know. Krishna say that Aham Sarvasya Prabha Mata Itimatva, but how to know Krishna? This is impossible. We cannot. The conditioned soul cannot know himself. There's a beautiful verses in Bhagavatam. He says that we cannot know. Even Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita also. Here in these verses it is said that because a person who has been covered by ignorance is time immemorial is not capable of affecting his own self-realization. There must be some other personality who is in factual knowledge of absolute truth, can impart this knowledge to him. See, we cannot do ourselves. We are bound. We are ignorant. In the very beginning, we are praying, chanting, my Lord, I don't have my spiritual master. I don't have any knowledge. I am covered by ignorance. You just open the darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. We cannot do ourselves. We cannot make ourselves success. We need somebody help, particularly those people who are already superior to us or who are coming from disciplic succession. So, because we are discussing about Prabhupada's purport, Prabhupada lecture, so it is easy for us to understand Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, you can go and hear the explanation of Chaturshloki. You will be bewildered. What is this? What is Chaturshloki? Very, very simple things Krishna is explaining. In 4 lines, we can explain whole Chaturshloki. Therefore, one has to approach a spiritual. Krishna say also, tad vidhi pranipatena paripreshena sevaya upadekshandi jnanam ganinam tatadarshina. We have to approach a spiritual master and get the knowledge from them. Otherwise, to understand the Bhagavad Krishna is not easy. Very easy to understand Krishna. No, in reality, Krishna say that is very rare. Name viddusragana. All these demigods also, they do not know what to speak about it. One verses is say that Brahma, Indra, everybody don't know. Yam Brahma, Varunendra, Rudra, Maruta, Sunmanti Dibbastave. All this great personality also, they do not know Krishna. So very difficult to understand Krishna. Therefore, we have to approach a spiritual master, disciplic successor, to know Krishna. In this way, we will devoted to Krishna. Once you devoted to Krishna, Krishna will give enough knowledge, enough understanding to come back to him. Just like Arjuna. Arjuna was ignorance initially. Krishna enlightened him. And Arjuna become understood what is his position and what is his duty. And he is ready to, he agreed to fight on behalf of Krishna. Similarly, somebody say, where is Krishna? Krishna representative there. We have Srila Prabhupada Acharya. We are taking shelter of him. The knowledge, the same knowledge coming down from the disciplic succession. So that is very important to understand for a devotee. It's not that I bypass the spiritual master, I bypass devotee discussion. Krishna said devotee means discussion. Devotee discussion I bypass, I go to Krishna myself. That is not possible. That is not possible. Krishna says that you want to bypass, there is no question of that. 2 verses I will show you. What is this verse? 11:28. This is a very nice verses from the Adi Purana. Krishna say that you cannot bypass. Yame bhakta jana partha name bhaktaschate janaha madbhaktanam chade bhaktastame bhaktatamamataha. So here it is stated, Lord Krishna told to Arjuna, those who are my direct devotee are actually not my devotee. But those who are devotee of my servant are factually my devotee. You cannot bypass Krishna. You cannot go to meet the Prime Minister directly. You should go through secretary. Krishna se tomaro Krishna dite paro tomaro sakati achi. Amito kangala Krishna Krishna boli bhai tava pache. That is Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Krishna se tomorrow. Krishna is sold out to devotees. Just like a ticket, blockbuster movie ticket sold out to blacker. We have to go and purchase from blacker, not from counter. Similarly, Krishna told that I am sold out to Aham Bhakta Paradinahi, Asatantra Ivadejyo. I am sold out to my devotee. You should get it from my devotee. So we should approach a devotee. Then we can get this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Then we should understand what is the real essence of Bhagavad Gita. The Chaturshloki explains entire Bhagavad Gita, entire the essence, quintessential philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, we need somebody. Therefore, it is said that Sadhu Shastra Guru is very important. Devotee association is very important. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita to Uddhava Bhagavatam that Prayena Bhakti Yogena Satsangena Vinodhava Uddhava. My dear Uddhava, I am personally the ultimate shelter and way of life for saintly liberated person. That if one does not engage in my loving devotional service, which is made possible by associating with my devotee, then for all practical purposes, one possesses no effective means for escaping from material existence. Krishna said, no, the Bhakti Yoga you perform, it is not possible by your way. I will do my way. No. You only by association of devotee, it will be sprouts up. Because in association of devotee, we will have a chance to hear the pristine and pure understanding of the position of Krishna and our responsibility or duty towards Krishna and ultimate goal of life. Sambandha, prayojana, abhideya and prayojana. That is very important. So this is the importance of the third verses. It can be explained so many ways. so many verses referring. Anyway, then in fourth verses is coming, last verse Krishna say how he favored a devotee, how he helped a devotee to bring back. Krishna said, Tesam evanukam partham ahan ajnanajam tamaha nasayam yatma bhavasto jnana deepena bhasasto. To show them special mercy, dwelling in their heart, destroy the shining lamp of knowledge, the darkness born of ignorance. So Krishna is within the heart as a super soul. So he knows that a devotee is very sincere. Never mind. It doesn't depend on your knowledge, but he is very sincere, devoted. He is engaged with Priti Purvakam. Somehow he has no such knowledge. But Krishna say, all his ignorance I will destroy. All his ignorance within the heart will destroy. So that he will be enlightened. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga means it includes all yoga, karma, jnana, everything. Everything includes. A bhakta is have already jnana, just like a billionaire is already a millionaire. No need. Prabhupada said that if you are a lawyer, it means that you are already graduated from law. You are already passed your matriculation, 10th class, board examination. You have already passed your school examination. Similarly, when you say, I am Bhakti Yogi, he already, all other yogis, everything is incorporated. Everything. He is a mystic, like Arjuna, Hanuman. Hanuman is a Bhakta, but he is a mystic yoga also. He immediately fly, one jump to Lanka. Bhakta is already everything. There is no need of separate endeavor. Everything. Krishna says everything is included in Bhakti. 8:28, Krishna says everything included in Bhakti. He is a mystic yogi, he is a karmi, he is a jnana, everything. He has a knowledge, everything he will get. That is a position, the distinct and distinguished position of a Bhakta yogi, Bhakti yogi or Bhakta. Bhakta yogi or Bhakta, that everything is there in hand, everything there. All other kind of yoga is incorporated. Therefore, Krishna says, Sarvesam, Yoginam Sarvesam api, Yoginam Sarvesam, Krishna says that out of all Yoginam Sarvesam api, Madgatena Antaratma Manaha. So, out of all yogi, the Bhakti yogi is the highest. So, therefore, these four verses are very important, that how Krishna, the supreme position of the Krishna. Then second is that after knowing the supreme position, the wise people devoted to him. And the second verses is the symptoms of that devoted people is that they dedicated their life, their word, their mind of thinking of Krishna and talking about Krishna. And third verses say that Krishna favored him and give the proper understanding to come back to him. And fourth verse that how Krishna does it by destroying the ignorance within the heart. Because whole idea is ignorance. Due to ignorance, we do not know what is our ultimate goal of life. So Krishna is giving this, destroying that ignorance. And everybody thinking my goal of life is a condo, car, bank balance, investment, wife, children, so on and so forth. But Krishna destroy that ignorance, that your ultimate goal is to go back to Krishna. That's all. So this is the fourth verse summary. Then after hearing these fourth verses, Arjuna now understood everything. Everything. That is the symptoms of devotee. Immediately he knows. Therefore he is speaking, Param Brahma Paramadhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Saswastam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vivu Ahustam Rishe Sarve Devarsi Narada Tata Asita Devala Basa Sarvan Soyam Chaiva Bravishme. Arjuna refers to the previous authority, the confirmed Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And prior to Krishna, here he is praying to Krishna, Arjuna, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Just not that I am a friend, I am telling you. All the great sages such as Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa confirm this truth about you. Now you yourself are declaring. Now yourself you are declaring you are the highest. Veda also accept Krishna. Vishnu Paramapada Sada Pasyanti Surya. So he is praying now. He already understood the reality. Bhagavad Gita actually ends here actually, when Arjuna already accepts Krishna as the supreme reality actually. Sarvametam ritam manyam mam vedas vadasi kesava nahite bhagavan bhaktim vidur devana danava. So here it is said that neither the demigods nor the demons understand the Supreme. Only Krishna can reveal. Therefore, I totally accept the truth you have told me. Neither the demigod nor the demons or Lord can understand your personality. Nobody can understand the personality of Godhead unless Krishna reveal. Krishna is revealing to the opulences of absolute, his opulences, supreme reality to Arjuna. So that to convince the Arjuna that I am the supreme reality. You are the lost child of billionaires. So try to connect to me. You will be happy. Whole idea is that. If somebody, after understanding reality of Krishna, he does not connect me, that means he has not actually understood, properly understood. So, not the Danava Deva, nobody, even Brahma is speaking very good verses 10, 14, 35, that I do not know Krishna. I do not know Krishna because it's very difficult. Only Krishna's grace we know. Krishna is now revealing that I am the supreme reality. Otherwise, very difficult to know the Krishna. In these verses, Brahmaji is praying that it's very difficult to know Krishna. In Bhagavatam, it is said that there are people who say, I know everything about Krishna. Let them think that way. As far as I am concerned, I do not wish to speak very much about this matter. Oh my Lord, let me say this much. As far as your opulences are concerned, they are all beyond the reach of my mind, body and words. See, Brahma and the great personality Brahma, who is the first living being, he himself with a forehead, the Vedas are coming out from the forehead. And he himself admitted that I cannot know Krishna. And if we audaciously say or presumptuously declare, I know Krishna, that is our audacity. No question of Krishna reveals himself. Particularly those who are devoted, he reveals himself. Otherwise, who can understand? There another verses it is said that unless one gets the mercy of Krishna, one cannot understand the Krishna's position. It's very difficult. Athapi te deva padambujadoya prasadale sanugrihitaye bhai janati tattam bhagavana mahimna nachanne kapichiram vichinna. Prabhupada quoted this verse many times. My Lord, if one is favored by even a slight trace of the mercy of your lotus feet, he can understand the greatness of your personality. But those who speculate to understand Supreme Personality of Godhead are unable to know you. Even though they continue to study the Vedas for many years, Chiram Vichinnam, many years, they cannot understand Krishna. Simply by his mercy. And his mercy means we have to follow. Krishna says that Madhachita Madhagata Prana Bodhoyanti Parasparam. Tesam Satata Juktanam Bhajatam Priti Purdakam. Those who are devoted to me after knowing that my supreme preliminary knowledge that I am the supreme reality, then Krishna further enlightens them and bring them back to God. That is the whole idea. Is Arjuna now impressed? Arjuna is speaking about that. I totally accept you the truth. Whatever you are telling me, neither the demigod nor the demons, Lord can understand your personality. Nobody can understand. You are revealing to me. So how Lord is very, very magnanimous. He is revealing to Arjuna, also revealing to every one of us through Arjuna. Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency, O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord all being, God of gods, Lord of the universe. See, Arjuna now here concluded, you only know yourself, nobody knows. Even the verses of Bhagavatam say that even Krishna does not know about him. Because as soon as he is trying to know more and more opulences, attributes is adding to him, just like a rich person. He will count how much bank balance. By that time of counting, there will be so many other profit coming to his bank, deposited to his bank balance. Similarly, Krishna himself cannot count. So, and then Arjuna requesting Krishna to hear about his opulences, more details, divine opulences. more details, how he, because he himself declared, na, Om Sarvasya Prabhavam Mata Sarvam Prabhadate. I am pervades everywhere. I am the source of everything, material and spiritual. So he is now, Arjuna is requesting, please tell me the details about your divine opulences, by which you pervade all these worlds. You himself declaring, now practically you have to tell us details about the things, how you do that. What are the details? Simply I say that, oh, I am so many, so I am such and such. But you have to give the details now. So here Arjuna is requesting for the details. So Krishna is now, oh Janardana, please describe in details the mystic power of your opulences. I am never satiated in hearing about you. For more I hear, more I want to taste the nectar of your word. That is the thing. Without hearing process, how we can be devotee means they always strive to hear about Krishna. That is the symptoms of devotee. Always trying to hear. They always. Satang prasangam mamavirya samminda. Always they wanted to, in association of devotee, they want to hear about Krishna Katha. Like Arjuna wanted to hear more and more. That is the symptoms of devotee. Not that I am devotee, I don't want to hear about Krishna. What kind of devotee? Sri Bhagavana Uvacha. Now Krishna is now giving the details of his all manifestation, his energy, everything details. Krishna say that, yes, I will tell you my splendorous manifestation, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna. For my opulences is limitless. So Krishna is unlimited, his opulences also unlimited. So Krishna telling, I will give you that opulences, which are very prominent, means foremost. Those who are very foremost, I will give that details. I don't need to give you all nitty-gritty, because it's a limitless, unlimited. Lord is unlimited. Nobody can count the glories of Krishna. And Brahmaji also is saying that same thing about Krishna, that nobody can count your glories. No, this is, I think, 7. The nice verses, 2 times also. Another places also in Bhagavatam it is stated that very difficult to. In times, learned philosopher or scientist might be able to count all the atoms of the earth, the particles of snow, or perhaps even the shining molecules radiating from the sun, the stars and other luminary. But among these learned men, who could possibly count the unlimited transcendental quality possessed by you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who have descended onto the surface of the earth for the benefit of all living entities? See, nobody can count. Therefore, Krishna himself is saying that, Arjuna, you cannot count my things. It's limitless. I just tell you which are very prominent, important things. That's all. Enough. Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhutasya Stitaha Aham Madishya Madhyamcha Bhutanamantaivacha. Very beautiful verse. I am the super soul, Arjuna, seated in the hearts of all living entity. I am the beginning and the middle end of all being. So Krishna here finalized, period. I am everything, beginning and all. Nothing is beyond Krishna. Nothing is beyond Krishna. Everything. Either we are with Krishna or without Krishna. Anything used in this creation is coming from Krishna. Is a hand of Krishna. Is the energy of Krishna. Just like in a kingdom, everything belongs to king. Everything belongs to king. Similarly, Krishna, everything. So then he is telling that of the Adityas, I am Vishnu. Of light, I am the radiant sun. Of Marutas, I am Marichi. Among the stars, I am the moon. See? The 12 Aditya is there. Krishna is the principal. And sun is the chief of all planetary system. I am the sun. Moon also, Nakhetranam Aham Sasi. I am the moon out of Nakhetra. Vedanam Samaveda. Out of 4 Vedas, the Samaveda, I am the Samaveda. I am the Devanam Asmi Baswaha. Baswa means Indra, the king of heaven. Indriyanam manaschasmi. I am the mind out of all senses. In the living being, I am the living force, consciousness. So Krishna is declaring his opulences in everywhere. Of all Rudras, I am the Lord Shiva. Of the Yakkha, I am Rakhyasa. Aksha and Rakhyasa, I am the Lord of wealth, Kuvera. Of the Vasus, I am fire, Agni. And the mountain, I am the Meru. Of priest, Arjuna know me to the chief of Brihaspati. Of general, I am Kartikeya. Of the body is water, I am the ocean. So all his energy is there, Krishna's energy. All this personality there, Krishna's energy. Krishna say that, what is that? My sarvam itam prutam. Everything. My tatam idam sarvam. Jagata bhakta mustina. My everywhere his energy is placed. His expansion is there. Rudra. His expansion is there in the Indra. His expansion is the Brihaspati. Kartika, everything is there. Therefore, he is telling that everything my splendor is manifestation. I expand as all the things. Of great sages, I am Bhirgu. Of vibration, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifice, I am the chanting of the holy name Japa. An immovable thing, I am the Himalayas. Of all trees, I am the banyan tree. Of all sages, I am the demigod, I am the Narada. Of the Gandharvas, I am Chitraratha. Among perfected beings, I am the says Kapila. Chitraratha is a very good singer actually in Gandharva. And Kapila is the son of devotee, representative of Krishna. So he is also considered the incarnation of the Krishna. Of course, of horses know me to be Uchishwara, produced during the churning of ocean for nectar. Of lordly elephants, I am Airavat. Among men, I am the monarchs. Of weapon, I am Thunderbolt. Among cows, I am Surabhi. Of causes for procreation, I am the Kandarpa, of God, the god of love. And of serpent, I am Vasuki. Everything that represents Krishna. Of the many-hooded Naga, I am the Ananta. Among the aquatic, I am the demigods Varuna. Of the departed ancestor, I am the Aryamas. Among the dispenser of law, I am the Yama, the Lord of Death. So everything, they all represents Krishna. Among the Daita demon, I am the devoted Prahlad. Among the subduer, I am Time. Among the beast, I am the lion. Among the birds, I am Garuda. So all these prominent positions, they are also representative of Krishna. Therefore, just like king will say, a rich person will say, you know, the CEO, the secretary or the head of this department or head of that one, head of this one, this is all my secretary. Similarly, Krishna telling all this prominent personality, they are my representative. They are my representative. A purifier, I am the wind. Of the welder of weapon, I am the Ram. Of fishes, I am the shark. Flowing river, I am the Ganges. Of all creation, I am the beginning and the end, also the middle. Arjuna, of all sciences, I am the spiritual science of the self. Among logicians, I am the conclusive truth. I am the conclusive truth. The conclusive truth is a representation of Krishna, ultimate truth. Of letters, I am the letter A. Aksharam, A Aksharasmi. And among compound word, I am the dual compound. I am also an inexhaustible time creator and I am Brahma. See, everything is starting from the beginning of Vedic letters, A letter, first letter of Sanskrit. Without Akara, that can be no sounded. Nothing can be sounded. Therefore, the beginning of sound is Akara. Om. Om means A-U-M. O. Akara is there. So Krishna says, I am that beginning. In compound word like Rama and Krishna have same form. Therefore, compound is called dual. I am the dual. Among all kind of killer, I am the time. So everything, all these things are representation of Krishna. They represent Krishna. And I am all devouring death. I am all generating principle that is yet to be. Among women, I am the fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfast, and patience. The 7 opulences listed here. Fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, patience are considered feminine. They are all feminine among women. So Krishna says, I am they are all represents me. So all this thing Krishna is explaining all his opulences. Of the hymn, I am the Samaveda, I am the Vrihasama. Of poetry, I am the Gayatri. Of month, I am Mirgashira, November, December month. Of season, I am flower bearing spring. All this representative of the Supreme Lord Krishna. I am also the gambling of cheats. Everybody trying to cheat Krishna. Krishna says, I am the gambling of cheats. I am the great gambler. I am also gambling of cheats. And of the splendid, I am the splendor. I am the victory. I am the adventure. I am the strength of the strong. See? Strength of the strong. Nobody can surpass his strength, Krishna. He lifted Govardhan Hill with his left hand, finger. Left hand, little finger. Everything represents Krishna. So, among all men surpassing lawlessness, I am punishment. And of those who seek victory, I am the morality. Of secret thing, I am the silence. Of the wise, I am the wisdom. See, very beautifully, Krishna says that. Furthermore, Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existence. There is no being moving, non-moving that can exist without me. See, everything without Krishna, there is no question of. He is seed-giving father. Aham Bijaprapita. Here also say, Bijam tadaham Arjuna. Yes, chapi sarvabhutanam bijam tadaham. Everything has a cause. The cause or seed of manifestation is Krishna. Without his energy, nothing can exist. Therefore, he is called omnipotent. Without omnipotency, neither movable nor movable can exist. Whatever is existence is not founded on the energy of Krishna is called Maya. That is which is not. Everything is based on this energy. Krishna says that 5 elements, water, fire, ether, air, earth, all these 5 elements, everything is created. And this is my energy. Subtle is mind, intelligent ego. The living entity also created by me. So everything you can see is a representation of Krishna and cannot exist without Krishna. O Almighty Conqueror of energy, there is no end to my divine manifestation. What I have spoken of you, but a mere indication of my infinite opulence. So Krishna is telling that it's just a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Just a few examples Krishna given to satisfy the inquisitiveness of Arjuna, because Arjuna wanted to know his divine opulences in details. To satisfy him, okay, Arjuna, you are my devotee and friend, let me speak something which are very prominent. That's all. A simple little bit of thing. Oh, I have this, I have a rich person. He's telling, yeah, I have a branch in here, New York, London, this, that. He doesn't describe in details some prominent head office. Know that all opulent, beautiful, glorious creations spring from my but a spark, spring forth from but a spark of my splendor. So everything glorious, beautiful existence should be understood a fragmental manifestation of Krishna opulences. Everything, this beautiful nature is created. Inside the nature, there's a beautiful thing. Somebody say Himalaya is beautiful, this Switzerland is beautiful, this is beautiful, that is beautiful. Everything is the representation of his fragmental manifestation, whether it's a spiritual or material world. Anything extraordinary opulent means you can see that they represent Krishna's opulence. Anything which is extraordinary is a mercy of Krishna, is a representation of mercy, representation of Krishna. Finally, he said that, but what need is there, Arjuna, for all detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support the entire universe. Athava bhunaitena kim gatena tava Arjuna vistavyamidam Krishnam ekansanastita jagat. One, just by simply my single fragment of my opulences, I sustain and support this entire universe. So what is the use of knowing all the things, Arjuna? No need of so many things. You and if, this is enough for you. Supreme Lord is represented throughout the entire material universe by entering into all things as a super soul. His super soul exists everywhere. Atom also is there. Lord here tells Arjuna that there is no point in understanding how things exist in their separate opulences and grandeur. He should know that all things are existing due to Krishna's entering them as a super soul. From Brahma, the most gigantic entity, unto down to smallest ant, all are existing because the Lord has entered each and all and is sustaining them. Without super soul, how we cannot work? Just like an engine. Without engine, you may have a beautiful car, luxurious car, it cannot go drive, you cannot move. Similarly, Krishna is everywhere in atoms also. Ekopyaso rachaitam jagatanda koti koti swasesa vasudade vibhutti vinnam. Ekapyaso rachaitam jagatanda koti khittirasti jagatanda chayandanta handantarasta paramanu chayantarastam govindam adi purusam tamaham bhajami. Brahma also says, you are everywhere, even in the atom. Even in the atom. So Krishna everywhere is existing. That made us to move and unmove. And he entered everything. As a Khiro Dukkha Sai Vishnu, he entered everywhere. In our heart also Super Soul is there. He is the director, directing everyone as a Super Soul, all living entities. So in this Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says as a super soul, he is not only supervising but also directing the wandering soul. This is a beautiful verses Krishna spoke in the later chapter, that Upadasta Anumanta cha Vatta Bhakta Maheshwara Paramatmeti Chapyukta Dehasmin Purusha Paraha. Yet in this body there is another, a transcendental enjoyer who is the Lord of Supreme Proprietor, who exists as the overseer and permitter, who is known as the super soul. He is not only overseer of our action, but permit it. Without him, we cannot move, we cannot act. We cannot do anything. So therefore, there is nowhere Krishna says, I am everything, I am everywhere exist. This is my opulences. Without me, nothing can move. Some few examples he has given. So this is very important subject, is 42 verses. All these verses is very important because more we convince about the Krishna's opulences, Krishna's reality, Krishna's position, more we become devoted to him. Wider the understanding, deeper the love, deeper the surrender. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 9, Janma karma chame divyam evam jo beti tatvataha. If somebody knows me in truth, my activities, my appearance, then takta deham punarjanma, he will get benefit. He will stop this repetition of birth. Why he will stop? Because once we know Krishna's position in truth, in details, then we will surrender to Krishna. Consequently, we will stop this repetition of birth and death and go back to him. And the process of knowing him, bhaktya mama vijananti javan jatatvata, only by bhakti process one can know him. Arjuna is because of a devotee, therefore Krishna is explaining to him about his position, supreme reality. Otherwise, nobody. In Kurukshetra war, there are so many warriors are there, so many people are there, but nobody can understand and identify or recognize Krishna's position. But Pandavas, they are devotees, they understand. And they are surrendered souls. Therefore, by mercy, even though they are incapable of understanding the position of Krishna, because they are devoted, Krishna gives them necessary understanding so that they can know the Krishna and go back to Godhead. So thank you very much. If you have any question, anything on this matter, you can ask. Thank you so much for the very, very important subject matter, 10 chapter 12. To this chapter 10, very easy to understand. Particularly Chaturshloki is very important, frequently quoted by Prabhupada. So if you have any question on this regard, any doubt on these things, because if you understand through the Prabhupada purport, it's very easy to understand the Bhagavad Gita. So if you have any question, anything you can ask, or we can continue tomorrow with Srimad Bhagavad Gita and 11th chapter. In 11th chapter, Krishna also further explaining practically that how I am great. This is all theoretical going on, but theoretical is not enough. Somebody may question, but where is the practical manifestation? So Krishna is showing his Vishwarupa. Vishwarupa, see this, whatever I have told you, my divine opulences, now you can see now. Everything's Rudra, Brahma, Ganesh, all material manifestation, spiritual manifestation inside me, the Vishwarupa, universal form. So that nobody can question the authority of Krishna. Because somebody may ask, you are theoretically, you speak to your Arjuna, but you never showed na. How to prove that? So Krishna proving it that. You see my universal form, Arjuna. Otherwise, Arjuna understood. Arjuna had no interest of practical proof. But for the sake of us, because we are always doubt, we are not surrendered souls. We have always doubt. So in order to dissipate our ignorance, doubt, Krishna is showing his universal form to practically show to everyone that see my divine opulences. Oh Arjuna, see my divine opulences. We will learn next week, 11th chapter, beautiful chapter 11. Krishna showing this universal form to the Arjuna. So thank you very much. You have no question. We will stop here and we will continue tomorrow with our Bhagavatam classes. Continue with Bhagavatam classes tomorrow at 4 p.m. Thank you very much for attending. Really appreciate. Actually, it's a very important thing. Prabhupada says that in association of devotee, we will discuss about the purport of Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita, written by disciplic succession, great devotee. Then easy for us to understand. Easy to understand what's what. And systematically understand is very, very beneficial for us to know this. So thank you, Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. One Hare Krishna. So all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.